Jesus. I got here fast. It's been too long. Indeed it has, my friend. Hello, Lord Commander. Hello, Reed. Early as fuck. I know, Austin. That's alright. There will be others. Worry not. Worry not. So tired. But here we are. Like, oh my god. If you could not tell, the Queen is here as well. It's okay. No, we finally have a day off together, which is fine, but we're just tired. 2 ships passing in the night. That's alright. Nothing but cannons. I'm realizing that I didn't set up anything for this live stream, but that's alright. So we are in fact here to do some discussions, I suppose, mostly about like what future builds we want to do for Crusader Kings going forward. Y'all are already dueling each other in the chat. I'm so sick of you. Y'all are nuts. Bow down to your queen, peasants. You're damn right. Oh goodness, sorry about that. Anyway,
I was trying to tell you to scope so I could see it from
oh my god. All right, so we are going to be discussing future builds for Crusader Kings, the adventurers, the dragon riders, the the noble bastards, so on and so forth. Gray with the $2 donation. I appreciate it. What are your thoughts on a wildling playthrough? I'm not against it. I'm really not. I would want to go as early as possible for a wildling playthrough, just to see like how different, I guess, the world beyond the wall is. Early on into like the conception of the realm. Obviously, the wall has been there for centuries and everything, right? But it's it is what it is. Badger. My bad. Free folk, barbarians and their names. They're the most Westerosi, you could say. Will I try Essos Expanded? I'm not gonna lie, probably not. Only because I am not a fan of Essos. Like, I could not give a rat's ass about any of these lands here. I like Westeros. There's so much to do in Westeros. Like, and I've barely touched, like, the North in general. Mostly because I feel like a playthrough in the North is pretty... I don't know. I think it's kind of boring. Like, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. There's just, like, there's too many debuffs. The only viable playthrough up here is just to be, like... the commanding warrior and just conquer your neighbors. Like, that's it. And I get that that's like the whole legacy of the North and everything like that. That's literally what the Stark Kings did to the Hornwood Kings and the Dread Kings and the Red Kings, and then the King of the Rills and the Barrow Kings and everything like that, so on and so forth. But I don't know. I feel like that's kind of boring. Like, I can't even build. Like, why would I want to have just this janky ass little castle out here in the snow when I could build it the fuck up? Like, look at White Harbor, for crying out loud. This shit is built the fuck up. But like, there's such a negativity, or like such a negative bonus and debuff to trying to build anything in the North that it almost does not seem worth it, in my opinion. But I'm also just a hater, so don't worry about it. A Veil playthrough would be very boring. Huh? That's alright. I've been advertising to get us to 10,000 subs, and I've been bothering the Queen and her friends to come and subscribe. But anyway, lads, so those are just my general thoughts on like playing in the North. Obviously, like, if I wanted to be a northern warrior and just conquer my neighbors, I'd do it up here. There is so much you can do up here. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, you're tribal anyway. You're not a Westerosi lord. And you don't have to build anything anyway. Like the really rustic style of being like a barbarian or a Viking and everything like that. It just kind of, it makes sense, But even south of the wall, I feel like there's a significant lack of like, I don't know, I don't know what to consider it or what to call it or whatever, but like imagine the Westerlands, like they don't just expand, but they build up, you know, they play tall. And I feel like obviously it's not that important to play tall in the north considering how much fucking space is up here. But at the same time, like imagine if Winterfell was built into a, I don't know, an even bigger fucking bastion. Like obviously, you know, the tradition and family laws and history and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, that's cool and all, but I don't want it to dictate my entire playthrough. That fucking sucks. Now, what I would consider is a landless adventurer playthrough, but we're actually not entirely obsessed with the culture of being like a Northman. Obviously, we value honor and such as that and whatever, but perhaps we like travel south and like there's 6 other kingdoms of Westeros to like play through, you know. So I figured maybe the character travels south, does some traveling, maybe he learns a bunch of shit, maybe he even goes to Essos and gets some shit done. But then when he settles back down into the north, he brings like this kind of hybrid culture with him, and it starts like a whole, I don't know, like a northern revolution. Maybe there's a gameplay way that we can end the stupid negative 100% fucking building debuff, but that's just me. All right, let me read chat real quick. Sorry, y'all have been very active, and I love it. Anywho, I've been playing as a Lannister soldier in Warband. It's quite action packed. Yeah, I don't know. I got kind of bored with Realm of Thrones in the Bannerlord like Game of Thrones mod. But that's also just Bannerlord in general. It does get kind of repetitive. I did want to step back into like vanilla Calradia and just mess around a little bit. So that's what you know, our current King Arthur playthrough is. Anyway, sorry. Unless you're a Then. Yeah, I will say I kind of played as a Then on one of my own playthroughs, and that one was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. But remember that they're book version of the Then, so they're more like civilized. Think like, I don't know, Bronze Era type Vikings or Wildlings or whatever. So they're a little more civilized of the other Wildling nations. And they're not cannibals, and they don't shave themselves bald, and they don't have the weird scars. That's like a show adaptation of what the Thens were, because they mixed the Thens with the Ice River clans or whatever from the books. So that's why the Thens look like that and act like that and talk like that in the show compared to the books. Oh yeah, the book Thens? No, 100%. The North gotta be split up, not gonna lie. I feel that. It's called hacks. Yeah, that's true. Trust me, I've played with the hacks before too, like 100%. I think the Dorn and the Reach are the most interesting. Yeah, the House Bitterwolf one got kind of difficult. Like, I found myself waiting entirely too long. For what's it called, like I don't know, just for shit to happen. Like obviously I could just start conquering neighbors, but then you have that debuff after a war is won where it's like, oh well, now you can't declare war on the same person. And because, you know, the North is so vast, I can't exactly like hop over to the next county or to the next like high lordship and start conquering somebody else's lands. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be almost your direct neighbor. I don't know. And like, outside of that, unless I had like just a shit ton of children to marry off to other houses, there wasn't too much that I can do diplomatically. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses. Maybe I'll have to tinker with it a little bit more on my own time, but nah, I don't know what it is. It got boring. It got really, really boring really, really fast. I love the new start date with the Blackfyres. So much fun. Yeah, I've been reading into the Blackfyres a lot more. Been having a lot of fun reading about those guys. But I am not opposed. Are we going to scope out the Black Rose of the Reach? I'm glad you asked, my friend. Because, yes, we will. Absolutely, we will. Oh, House Dryland? No, so it's on the list of research that I'm doing, trust me. I've been doing, when I say I've been doing a lot of reading on, like, the Blackfyres, I've been doing a lot of reading on the Blackfyres. We're actually in the wrong start date. So this is the reign of the conciliators. So the Blackfyres have not actually been born yet. So we will be backing out for just a moment, and then we'll be able to jump back in and see everything. Eric Luna, hello my friend. Maybe a vassal of House Rain and try to get them to overthrow the Lannisters. Oh, Eric. Oh, actual Eric. Oh shit. So Eric Luna is actually a friend of ours that we game with. I was like, why does that name sound familiar? And I was thinking of Mars. That's crazy. Hello, my friends. Shut up. They're making fun of me. The most fun I've had in CK3 has been playing as a vassal trying to keep the Holy Roman Empire together. I feel like that would be really, really cool. Imagine playing as like a Targaryen loyalist, right? And especially during like, you know, the unmaking of the realm, or even if you're like unmaking the realm, we play as the crown, or during the crown stag, so it's after the you know, Robert's Rebellion and the Targaryens are all wiped out, so maybe we side with like a Targaryen revival. You know, we bid our support for Prince Viserys and Queen Daenerys and everything like that. I feel like that would be interesting. I was also thinking, I watched a video by, God, what was his fucking name? It's gonna kill me. I literally just looked it up. Like, I had to look it up because I forgot who it was. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm so sorry. It is Soul Games Inc. Almost said like Ice 9 Kills, and I was like, why is that in my head right now? Because that's not right, like, at all. But anyway, Soul Games Inc. put out a Crusader Kings 3 AGOT roleplay video called Dragon Wolf, where he plays as Jon Snow, who's recognized his destiny as, like, you know, a Targaryen. Like, he finds out early on, he finds a dragon egg, he you know, it's, I don't want to spoil too much about it, but it's actually really, really cool. So maybe something like that would be pretty interesting. It was a great video. I highly recommend you go and check that out by Soul Games Inc. Really, really cool. Ice 9 Kills is pretty cool too, though. No, 100% they are. I don't know why that was in my head, but I was like, that is not his name. Like, not at all. Anyway, have you heard of the new miniature game? No, I have not. Submods. Lisa, hello. I'm trying to remember. I have a couple of them that help out with like the landless adventurers. Another one allows me to change like my form of address. So if I become like a landed ruler and I don't want to be called Lord, I could change it to Lord Commander. Like, but it's not exclusive to just like, it's like a fully customized thing. Like, it'll give you a type bar and you can type out whatever title you want, basically. So anyway, it should be fun. Another one, I have the advanced cheat menu on, so I could do like setup stuff. That's how I help set up like my bastards and everything like that. Make sure everybody is an actual family member and we're not just like copying the names and copying the sigil. You know what I'm saying? We can actually make them part of the dynasty. Let's see. Barbershop, but I've been having trouble with that one lately, so the barbershop one isn't like working out 100%, but we'll see. I kind of hope that the Black Rose of the Reach wouldn't have a dragon blood, but I'm curious to see what it would look like if he did. Again, change your title and how you're addressed. It's called custom form of address. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. I don't remember. But yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because yes, that again, this is not what I meant to do. Here we go. You're very welcome, Gray. I hope it serves you well, my friends. I would love to do a Harrenhal series as well. Trust me, I have one set up, but I haven't started playing it yet. I have, like, a bunch of different ideas. And I also just kind of want to take this live stream to, like, pitch to you guys some ideas. Just to see, like, the overall vibe, like, what are we all feeling? I know we do, like, the community votes and everything, and everybody was like, yeah, do a Bastard of the Reach, do a, you know, make him a Dragon Rider, you can also make him a Blackfyre Dragon Rider, blah, blah, blah. And so that was kind of the idea that I'm messing around with here. So this is a Blackfyre bastard by the name of Baelor Blackthorn. This is part of the custom nicknames mod. So this is the nickname Blackthorn, a Blackfyre bastard born in the Reach, reviled and hated. So you can make your own custom nicknames, but also give them custom descriptions as well. So this is Captain Baelor Blackthorn of the Blackthorn Exiles. His sigil will be the Black Rose, with like the kind of like, I guess, grill marks in the background. But when you look a little bit closer to the design, they're actually kind of textured. It almost looks like a what's it called, barbed wire fence. At least that's how it looks like to me. Maybe it's my astigmatism, not gonna lie. But anyway, so that is what we're working with here. We are playing as an 8-year-old right off the bat. So the role play is that Lord Daemon the Younger of House Blackfyre, during like a diplomatic mission, he secrets himself into the lands of Westeros in order to, you know, try and gain support for his cause. And so he has a bunch of like fossilized dragon eggs. How the hell he got them? Who fucking knows? Maybe he stole them from the Targaryens. Nobody knows. But he's got a bunch of dragon eggs. And so he's giving all these fossilized dragon eggs to these petty lords of Westeros, hoping to conjure enough support for his claim once he inevitably attacks once more for the Iron Throne. Now, during his visit to the Reach, he lands over here in Darkdale of House Viral, who is actually a staunch supporter of House Blackfyre. Now, during his visit, he, I don't want to say forces himself upon, but he, you know, he does his Targaryen thing on a distant cousin of the Lord Paramount Leo of House Tyrell, and she dies in childbirth, giving birth to this Herculean monstrosity known as Captain Baelor Blackthorn. So he's not really going to have any loyalty to the Blackfyres. Does he keep in, like, you know, keep track of him? Absolutely. But look at that. The rest of the Blackfyres, they hate him. They all hate him. But he's just like, above all else, you are my son. Like, look at all that. All these negative modifiers mean nothing to the fact that I am his child. Fatherly love, I love it. But anyway, so he, he, as in Baelor, he gets taken in by House Virwol of Darkdell, and they're like, yeah, we'll take pity on you, kid. Sorry your dad dipped out like he does, but, you know, good old Daemon, you know, what could you say? Good old Daemon. And he, you know, so he takes in this little kid, and as he's growing up in Darkdell, he manages to find the quote-unquote gift that was given to House Virwol for their support, and it was one of these fossilized dragon eggs. So Captain Baelor, being the Herculean hunk of meat that he is, just fueled with rage, grabs this egg out of its like smoldering, you know, what's it called, brazier, and just smashes it over the stone walls of like the castle over and over again, just to find that instead of breaking, the dragon just kind of hatches inside, and thus we have the dragon Blackthorn. So Blackthorn is in fact destined, and this physical trait will give us a medium boost to our health, but also the first year of dragon size, the growth rate is increased by 10%. So this absolute tyrannic Leviathan will grow to be a crazy monstrosity, all black and red. I love it. The curved horns, I don't know, they just look phenomenal. I think he looks really, really scary. But that's kind of the point. You know, we are a Blackfyre bastard after all. But are you sure the dragon isn't instead slow? Nope, it says swift. I also gave the physical trait swift just in case, but I don't think so. The goal was to try and like stack the odds in our favor though. So like I said, we were giving but Daemon was giving a bunch of these minor nobles these fossilized dragon eggs, or even just rocks that are shiny and look like dragon eggs, who knows. But after our dragon Blackthorn is hatched from our absolute rage, something just kind of echoes across the Seven Kingdoms, and then all of the dragons start to hatch, just one by one. So maybe they all won't grow to be the size or as strong as Blackthorn does, but there will be a bunch of random ass houses out here accidentally, or who knows, even intentionally hatching dragons. So it should be interesting. I also cheat menued giving 3 eggs to House Targaryen, 1 additional egg to House Blackfyre, and 1 secret egg to the Starks of the North. So, should be pretty interesting. Now, as for the actual playthrough itself, our character, Captain Baelor Blackthorn, actually has no interest in the Blackfyres, like, at all. That's why he wanted to shatter the egg that he found, because he's like, you know what, I know this was a gift. Like, even being 8 years old, I'm not dumb, I know what's going on here. And he's like, you're not gonna, I don't know, or he's like, you left me, so I'm mad, and I'm gonna break your shit. So he grabs the dragon egg that reminds him of his dad, and he intends on breaking it, and then out comes this dragon. So now he's like, I've taken your intended gift and your potential, like, means of vengeance away from you, and now I'm gonna use it for my own means. Will he become a great conqueror? Will he become the next Aegon the Conqueror? Will he officially wipe out the line of the Blackfyres because he's got daddy issues? Or will he succeed where his father has failed and throw in his support with his father just to overthrow him in the end? Who fucking knows? Honestly, that's why I started him off at 8, because now we don't know. First of all, we gotta get him educated and knighted, you know, because what else is a young southerner to do but be educated in the martial arts of warfare and being knighted. If he's gonna wear all this armor even at 8 years old, he might as well be a knight, you know what I'm saying? Give the wildlings an egg, that would be funny. Give Dorne a dragon and an egg, and all hell breaks loose. I don't know, I mean, I'd like to throw that in the mix. I feel like it'd be interesting. Oh my god, that scared me. What name does that say? Numik. Numik has pledged their sword. Thank you, my lord. Good sir. But yeah, can we have a wildling? I don't think the dragons work north of the wall. I think they added that as a pretty permanent debuff just to be canonical with the lore. You know, dragons, the magic that, then again, you know, the TV show retconned and all of that when they sent Daenerys north of the wall with all 3 of her dragons just for one of them to die to the wildlings. So, who knows? It would be so funny. I agree. I think that would be pretty interesting. You've been the earliest you've been knighted was 14. I want to try and do it while I'm 8. If I can get knighted immediately at 8, or maybe if I could kill my first opponent at 8, I feel like that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, so this is one of the playthroughs that I've been messing around with. This is the one that's really caught my attention, just because I also cranked the difficult. Did I crank it? I'm pretty sure I cranked it. Well, I'm about to make a name for myself right here. I think I put it on the hardest difficulty. I'm not entirely sure. Oh wait, is it under rules? I can't tell. I don't think so. I saw the green. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I don't know. I actually have no idea. But anyway, the idea was to make almost like a kind of massively buffed character with another additional massive buff, but start him off as absolutely small as possible. So now he's got no prospects, no real stats. Like, he's got a lot of bonuses, but that's because he's got, like, you know, his second is really competent at his job, so we get +5 to every single stat. On top of the fact that we have Herculean just as a congenital trait. We don't have any perks yet, so I actually have not chosen a lifestyle focus either, so should do that. But yeah, and we haven't even been educated yet. Like, we have no stats, so like nothing is really. Base is 0. I think. Okay, well, base is 8, base is 4, base is 7. That's weird for an 8-year-old, I think. But who knows? Maybe he's just incredibly competent. But yeah, so he's pretty stacked. He's got a pretty amazing buff here. And I think I started him off roleplay-wise, yeah, with a retinue of dragon guards. It's only 80 men, but still, like, 80 dragon guards for an 8-year-old is pretty impressive. So say, like, we hatched the dragon egg, and instead of being mad, Lord Reichard was like, oh, you're the kid that I need to be following, not Daemon the Younger, because you're the one who brought the dragons back. And he's like, even if it's not mine, I hope you remember the hospitality we've shown you, and you're like, you know, you're just on our side, and we could become friends. So we're friendly with Lord Reichard, and he paid money to get us our retinue of 80 dragon guards. So, and on top of that, now that we're, you know, with the dragon, he kind of wants the dragon to be on his side without having it in his lands and taking up all his food and shit like that. So what he did was he paid for us to have our pretty stacked up camp. He gave us as many boons and benefits as we needed. He gave... Whoops. I'm clicking the wrong shit. He gave us a pretty stacked staff as well, and a retinue of followers to help out. And he's going to send us on our way. So this should be pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited for it. We are starting off with the prestige deficit as well, the debuff for being denounced. But that just kind of adds to the fact that we're like a hated member of society. Honestly, just for being born. Like, he's an 8-year-old. What could he have done? You know? But anyway. Will you be loyal to the Lord who raised you? As long as he's loyal to us, absolutely. Now, this guy's already 37. So by the time, like, 10 years pass and we're turning 18 and we're, like, you know, like an actual adult and shit like that, this guy will be turning into his late 40s, you know, so should be... I don't know, should be interesting. Eventually, this man will die, his children will take over, and who fucking knows what will happen at that point. Because we're closer in age to these guys than we are to this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like for a majority of our life, we're going to be dealing with these two, rather than this guy. Will we try? Absolutely. Because we don't know it yet, but we're going to grow up to be a very honorable person. Even if a bit ruthless. Who fucking knows? But yeah, so that is our Reachman. I really like the Reachman vibe here too, with the armor. So instead of having like the typical dragon plate, we are very like pomp and majestic as like the Reachmen are. And I really love the vibe that we're getting from the armor here because it's elegance, but the deep blood like dragon red also just adds to the dragon rider aesthetic and everything like that of being a Targaryen. So really liking the vibes, I think. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's one potential playthrough. And then I think for the long run, sorry, I keep adding more and more to this as I'm explaining it. But I think for the long run, we might try to conquer the Reach at some point. Maybe something happens lore-wise to make us want to do that, or maybe it's just the restless dragon blood coursing through our veins, and we end up becoming like the Lord Paramount of the Reach. And it's no longer a golden rose that controls the richest territory in Westeros, but it'll be the Black Rose instead of House Blackthorn. So, should be interesting. I've had several test gameplays and many different setups for this, like so many test gameplays. Trust me, I'm trying very, very diligently to try and get this shit to work, I promise. Alright, now let's go back to the main menu. So outside of, you know, what's it called? Will we be making companionship? Yes, I didn't get to show you, but actually one of the companions, my second in command, is named Tancred. It's Tancred, which is, you know, it's like the default name that the game gave him. But his name is Tancred the Giant, and he literally is Herculean. He's got the Herculean congenital trait. He's a giant, and he's super strong. And I don't know, it looks pretty cool. He reminds me of Sir Duke the Brave that we built up for the other playthrough that we never got to do. So, imagine tying to an 8-year-old. That's wild. You never know. House Fowler would be crazy to have a dragon. Imagine this huge dragon swirling around Skyreach. Oh god. Hellgate Hall is in Dorne. Yeah, we can check for Hellgate Hall. That's fine. I'm totally down for that. Anyway. Should we start making companions right now? Yeah, if you want to. You can start throwing some companion ideas in the Discord. That's fine. While you're in there, make an invite and put it in the chat. Austrian, my friend, welcome. It's good to see you, buddy. But anyway. So, before we get started on like an actual, I guess, live stream build, what start date do we like? I personally like going as far back as possible. I feel like the further back we get, the more fucked up everything could get. You know, like 6 generations from now, we might not get Eddard Stark, but we get like a different version of him. You know, same thing like all the way around. Maybe the Targaryens are no longer in charge, but it's like, I don't know, the Beesburys are now kings of the of the Iron Throne. Like, who fucking knows? You know, so I like going as far back as possible just to kind of fuck around with all that. I'm also a big fan of like some of the earlier houses. Like, I love House Strong. I don't really give a shit about House Went. But House Strong is really cool. I'm trying to think, what is the other extinct house that I'm thinking of? Darklyn. For whatever reason, I love House Darklyn. Like, I don't know. I just like their whole vibe. Their banner is really, really cool too for being as basic as it is. It's literally just a collection of colors and shapes, you know? But there's something about it that really draws my eye every time, and I think it's really, really cool. And of course, the name Darklyn is a being of, you know, Duskendale. Like, it's just cool. It's cool in my opinion, and I really enjoy it. I love their whole vibe. I love what's his name? The guy from House of the Dragon who got caught on fire. Desmond? Stefan Darklyn. That's right. It's Stefan. Yeah. I mean, I'm down to do a King of the North idea too, you know? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, y'all. Alright, let me put in the Discord link real quick in chat. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of House Darklyn. For whatever reason. Alright, invite. Share invite. Copy link. Here we go, boys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Alright, well, my phone froze, so that's cool. That's it. I need to take a nap. Alrighty, y'all. Here you go. Discord link. There you go. I'll replace it as the pinned message. House Connington. Yeah, Connington is really, really cool too. I agree. Here we go. So I actually didn't do too much reading on House Connington. I don't know much about them. I know John Connington is a pretty prominent character in the books. He's somewhere over here closer to like the remnants of the Valyrian Freehold. I don't remember exactly what he's doing from the books, but I know he's there. That's just one of those details that got lost. Obviously, it never made it to the show, but still. Anyway, so House Connington to new heights. Obviously, I actually really like these guys too. I would love to do a Bastard Griffin playthrough. I think that would be pretty interesting. So imagine, you know, again, just going with the black and red, or maybe we could go with black and white, or just two completely different colors. Like maybe we just go opposites. You know, what's the opposite of red? You know, or I'm thinking like complementary colors, not like quote unquote the opposite of red. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it'd be like fucking blue or purple, some shit like that. Either way, I feel like that would be pretty cool. So, you know, a Bastard Griffin playthrough, or even just playing as the Conningtons too. Like, Red Roy is a badass. I know his prowess is high as shit. It's like 70 something. I'm pretty sure, because I faced off against him in a duel as Lord Gaheris, and I got shit on. So their flag reminds me of Joffrey's. Yeah, I feel that. You know, it's the just like the split hat. There's like a almost like a vocabulary to use when it comes to describing these things. But I do not have that memorized. I feel like I should. That'd be a pretty neat party trick. Be able to tell you exactly what's going on some obscure ass medieval banner. But here we go. So look at that. House Darklyn, beneath dusk's dim light. Yeah, House Darklyn of Duskendale. And here's the treacherous House Riker that takes over after they turn in the Darklyns. Yeah, bastards. But it's alright. I too enjoyed show Joffrey only because book Joffrey is so much worse. Like they had to have cut like a lot of shit that happens in the book, especially on you know, Joffrey's behalf. So I liked Tommen. I did like Tommen and Myrcella. I think they were the innocents of it all. It's kind of sad, you know, but I get it. I get why they did it too, you know, storytelling. House Faring. We Knights too. See, I like shit like that as well, you know. think that's pretty interesting. Look at this guy. House Manning. The Lion of the Seas. That's pretty cool. House Massey. House Greyhelm. Or House Pile of Greyhelm. Sorry. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I just really like Duskendale. I like how they literally kidnapped the Mad King and just held him prisoner for who knows how long. Obviously, it didn't work out in the end for them, but they literally kidnapped a king. That's pretty fucking cool, be for real. And, I don't know. Who else can fucking say that? Lord Harold of Duskendale, House Darkland. I think that's pretty cool. Riverland houses. Let's just, since we're going through the 7 kingdoms, I suppose. We've already done a House Bracken one, and there's already a pretty prominent, like, you know, bastard of House Bracken running around out there. Same thing with the Blackwoods. Not in this time period, obviously, not yet, but you know, at some point there will be. I wouldn't mind playing as the Malisters. I think the Malisters are pretty cool as well. They're almost as close to being a Northerner without actually having any of the debuffs of being a Northerner, which I really, really like, you know? Sorry, we're like... Maybe submods for additional start dates. I would be down for that, I think. I gotta do some research and see what's out there, but for sure, we can definitely look at that. I don't know. Is there one you had in mind? I know we do a lot of the early age stuff, but that's because I really enjoyed the dragon mechanic for as, you know, tedious as it was. I do like being... I think these two are kind of like my favorite. This one's pretty interesting just because of Maylis the Monstrous and the fact that there's the potential to do the revival of the dragons like through gameplay. I think that's pretty interesting. But on top of that, the you know, the Rain Rebellion is also going on over here, so it's good to see House Rain. I don't know if anybody like doesn't like the Rains. I don't know if there's any particular reason why anybody wouldn't like the Rains, but I like the Rains. I enjoy the Rains of Castamere over the Lannisters. I think the Lannisters are interesting to play as for sure. I think there's a lot more to their house than just what we see portrayed in, you know, both of the TV shows. There's a lot of rich history there, and there's a lot of culture and background and everything that I think gets overlooked by the, you know, twins having sexy sex kind of thing. And then we have the sexy twins in House of the Dragons. You know, Tyland and Jason Lannister. I think they're... The who? She thought I was talking about people. No, I'm not talking about people, babe. You silly queen. But yeah, I think as much hate as the Lannisters get, I think there's a lot of like rich history behind their house, and I think it's pretty interesting. But for whatever reason, I like the Rains anyway. I think the Rains are better in whatever case, you know, goated ass Rains. So yeah, I like the Unlikely Rain. It's not a bad one for sure. These two are definitely my favorite. I don't really play this one much, which is interesting though, because every time I play this one, this start date, Prince Daemon always dies to Drahar. So I think that's pretty interesting. But I've definitely not done shit in either one of these ones. Like, not at all. Yeah. Not even a little bit. I don't think I've played a single playthrough in any one of these. Actually, I am lying, because we did the Bastard Dragon, however short that series lasted. We did that one here. And then I'm pretty sure we did our very first Crusader Kings playthrough with the Starks. But we played where the Flints live on Flint's Finger, and we made a custom house called House... oh, shit. What did we call ourselves? House Marshall? Yeah, because we were the Marshals of the Guardlands. We changed the name from Flint's Finger to the Guardlands. I think it's pretty cool. Sorry. Parched. Anyway. I would love to play a little bit more during the TV show. I'm realizing now, I kind of miss Game of Thrones. I miss the TV show. I miss the feeling I got when I first started watching those first early seasons. Which is fine. Nostalgia is real. You know what I'm saying? But, I I don't know. You can only get so much out of rewatching the show. You know what I'm saying? Especially knowing where it's gonna end up, especially knowing how it's gonna end up, especially knowing how ruined a lot of the character arcs are. So part of me is also wondering, like, what if I were to play along set the settings back to being like vanilla or like canonical to the story, and then try and change how it ends up. A lot of the appeal of Game of Thrones are the familiar characters because it's such a character-driven world. So I think that'd be a pretty interesting point to check out for sure. Would we want to change Tywin Lannister's legacy and his dynasty, just make it what it should be as Lannisters? Will we avenge ourselves as King Robert, or even just take over as Stannis or Renly and do better where our brothers have failed? Who knows? The queen is approaching. Yes, she is. She's like a cat. She just came and stepped on the keyboard. But anyway, the twins. Yeah, I would be down. I've been into the idea of trying to play as the phrase, maybe an earlier form of the phrase, like again. I guess I'm just gonna keep coming back to this number one. But if we decide we want to do a canonical playthrough, or even change it up, like again going back to the idea of the Jon Snow like recognizing his dynasty, or like his his destiny as the prince of I almost said the United States. Fucking dumbass, bro. I'm so tired. Sorry, guys. It's been the longest week of my life. Yeah, the late great Walder Frey. No, fuck that. We're gonna go all the way back in time, and we're gonna be Walder Frey, and we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna change the legacy of the Freys. You mean like Daenerys and her brother cousin? Yes, exactly. We allow that, but we don't allow the other one. Playing as like some Aaron heir who don't want it would be fun. Shut up. Go look at the available rulers in the crown stag. A lot of chaos equals a lot of opportunity. I'm down with that. Corrupted Saintess, hello, welcome. Yeah, the Reigns are in fact goated. Tywin was a G. This is true. King of the North scenario would be cool with a Stark-Bolton child taking the throne, but would have to be an early start date. And I would 100% be okay with that. Like, absolutely. So, early start date, like, let's do it here, right? So, the Starks have already been around for a long-ass time. They've already conquered the Red Kings, the Hornwood Kings, the Kerwin Kings, the Barrow Kings, and so on and so forth. They've conquered everything. The North is theirs. And then the Andals come, and now we have, like, the Vale, and the Faith of the Seven, and the Westerlands, and the Reach, and the Citadel of Maesters, and so on and so forth, right? Now, up until this point, however, they are still kind of new. You know what I'm saying? It's only been 82 years since Aegon's conquest. If dying by war wasn't a thing, Aegon the First may very well still be alive, albeit old as fuck. But like, we're seeing like what, the great grandson, or even just the grandson of Aegon the Conqueror right here. So the Starks being a whoops, it's not what I wanted. So the Starks being a lord, under the monarchy, is still relatively new. It's still a relatively new idea. So it's absolutely possible for something like that to occur, especially if we start off like, I don't know. I was going to say start off small. My brain keeps defaulting to like the landless adventurer. So I'm like, imagine if we start off in some village or camp down here, like literally right on the border. But then I was like, wait, no, because that could still work. Because you said a Stark-Bolton child, and I think that could work. I think there's a way that we can make that happen, and I can show you how. But we don't have to get into all that right now. I think that would be an interesting playthrough, and then even that can transform into what would have been our Bastard Wolf playthrough. But then again, what name would we take? You know what I'm saying? Do we identify more with the Boltons or do we identify more with the Starks? Could we go for like a flayed wolf kind of thing, you know? Or even like a skeletal wolf and be like a House Dreadwolf or, you know, Dreadwinter, something like that. I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. Even just take from Winterfell, take Fell, you know? Almost like a Fell Beast. There we go. We're House Fellwolf. Something like that. Dreadwolf. Bitterwolf was the idea that I had for our bastard wolf idea. But this character doesn't have to be a bastard. They could be legitimate. And then we can go on our landless adventure under the legitimist thing and go out and like find support to retake the north from, I don't know, the Starks who overthrew us, etc., etc. Dreadwolf is nice. I do like that. Dread Stark. Bare Bones. That's actually pretty cool. All right, so are we doing this or what? So, create your own adventurer. Fuck it. Let's just load up the Bitterwolf save file real quick. So this is our 400-point character. He is 18 years old with a full beard. Don't question it. But yeah, he's Hail, aggressive attacker, formidable fighter, strong, bastard, house customizer, and knight. The bastard and the house customizer are just to set up the fact that we're part of the Stark dynasty. His name is Eric. This was kind of like the default that I had. He's also kind of tall. He's kind of a fucking tall dude. He's pretty big. Now we can start him off at 18 or we can start him off younger. Right? So like 16 is kind of like the default. I don't know why his facial hair didn't go away. He's 16. That's weird. Yeah. Down with the north, down with the north, down with the north. Yeah, so imagine we start off as our adventurer, right? So submit this. There, his facial hair went away now. Alright, so I'm going to pause this real quick just so I can pull up the banners that we did from way back when. Because we did, in fact, make banners for this shit. I just got to find it. Give me 1 second, y'all. It is in my files. That's the Storm one. That's not the right one. It is this one. Okay, I found it. Hold on. So copy this. I can get rid of that now. Thank goodness. I meant to edit this, but it's fine. So let's start. This will be an army someday. We want to play as an extant house, which means that we still exist. Oh shit, I didn't change critical setting that I should have changed. So we're actually gonna back out of this real quick. We don't need this. That's my bad. I missed a pretty critical step. Sorry, I'm answering my phone as well. Damn, there's like a fly in here. Leave me alone. Anyway, sorry about that. So this is how I typically would go about making a child or a bastard, I guess, of bastard peasant legitimist playthrough of my life is yours. Austrian dude, my man. Give me that. Oh, the house garden. Oh, house gardener. Oh, I see. I see. See, I still need to do more research. I don't know shit about house gardener, like, at all. My knowledge is not that far back, if I'm being honest. So I got to do some more reading. Go to Skagos. You just want me to see the unicorns, don't you? You're silly. I mean, I'm down with that. House Mud. They died like Chads, unlike the Lannisters. Who did? The Gardeners? Rogue may... Oh, hold on. Give me... hold on. Let me... I gotta do a little something real quick. I'm about to make a name for myself right here. I guess not. I'm trying to maximize my chat thing, because I can't read this whole message. Excuse me. Okay, well that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Alright, hold on. I just got rid of my chat box. Now I can't see what the hell y'all are saying. Stats, chat. There we go. Yes, dismissed. Thank God. Alright, so let me go back. Rogue Maester that got exiled from the Citadel for study or practice of forbidden/dark magic from Valyria using the Landless Adventurer. That'd be cool. Read our revival comments? What do you mean? Too many North playthroughs in the build debuff, yeah. Why does everyone hate the North? What revival comments? What do you mean? House Barebones, Sinnoh and Marrow. I like that. Roderick or Raymond as the name. Early bloomer, no more North. Down with the North. Oh, okay, I see. So Austrian is revolting against the idea of playing in the North. Got it. House Red Wolf is cool. House Gardner Legitimists. Okay. Romeo and Juliet style. What the hell? Romeo and Juliet type of love. Pair parents. Okay, Gardner and Targaryen bastard. Flee north because maybe the North understands more than the Reach or Iron Throne. That'd be interesting. Gardner Targaryen. The Flayed Wolf is badass. I like that. Play as a Hedge Knight. House Mud Revival, I see. See, I don't know too much about House Mud either. I still have to do my research. So House Mud and House Gardner are on the list. Those are the, like, extinct houses from the Age of Heroes. Yeah, so House Gardner is kind of up there. Corrupted Saintess is in on it too. Personally, have not seen any Reach or Gardner custom house playthroughs. The phrase "move in the shadows" spawning everywhere. Oh my god, Austrian, you did not just fucking say that. Lord Frey, a second dragon has hit the twins. I hate everything about you, dude. That's crazy. Alright, now I'm caught up on chat. Yeah, keep scrolling up. Okay, on the... let me read Austrian, dude. He's got a lot of history for me. So they were battling Aegon in a field and allied with the Lannisters. The dragons burned the field around them and the army was consumed in the spreading fire. That's right, because that's the Field of Flames. I remember that. All of House Gardner burned to death. On the field, the Lannisters retreated before and then knelt to Aegon, becoming the Lord Paramounts of the Westerlands, and the current ruling house of the Reach was assigned the Lord Paramountcy. Interesting. House Wolfeye. That's a good one. Go play in the Westerlands. Look at my comment too. I am, I promise. A Brigand Landless Northern save slaps. That sounds good. House Justman, the first Andal Kings of the Trident. Stark-Bolton bastard and I'll be content. Nobody has done it yet. The hell with the South. The Stark's time is now. Rise up and take back our crowns from the dragon. The Conqueror is dead. I like that. I like where your head's at, buddy. I know who House Justman is. We played as the House Justman in the Realm of Thrones mod for Bannerlord. Play the Mountain. Oh god, that would be amazing. A council of extinct houses would be badass. Yeah, the bastard going to completely dismantle the Iron Throne would be based. I want the Gardeners and the Order of the Green Hand. Our own band of 9. That's awesome. White Wolf, hello. They say, hail, my liege. I love that. Alright. So lots of great ideas, honestly. So House Gardner Revival, House Mud Revival, the Stark-Bolton playthrough style. What else did we say? There was something else. Y'all have a lot of great ideas, actually. That's actually pretty badass. I gotta do my research for sure. Old Town playthrough, that'd be cool. Oh, okay, I got you. So checking Dorn for House Dryland. That's Faith. Never mind. Uller, Korgile. Here we go. Hellholt. Well, there's Hellholt. Hold on. What are we looking for? Hellgate Hall. Was in the Brimstone. Okay, so it's right. Oh, it's right here. Alright, well, it won't let me check. Here, hold on. No, because it's Brimstone Hall. And then we have Hellholt. Yeah, so I don't think that was it. Thorn Tree. House Dryland. Alright, hold on. Let me see something else. I was like, hello? Can I suggest House 20? Oh, House Goodman? That'd be awesome. Alright, here is... What did we say? Dryland? House Dryland. It doesn't look like it. We've got Dry Side. I mean, she's a Dornish. Lordship of Drywell. House Dryside. There's Drinmain. Nah, I don't think that's it. Nah, it doesn't look like there's a House Dryland here. I know I know there's a 20 Goodman. They're up here. House Goodman. Because it's the Goodman estate that I wanted to take and start our yeah, break your sword upon our deception. House Goodman. Lady Brenda. Lord Saul of Rightwell. Better call Saul. Yeah, but anyway. So what we gotta do now, since we're getting distracted. You'll have so many ideas, like it's crazy. So many great ideas that we gotta try out for sure. But anyway, I want to mess around a little bit with the concept of the Stark playthrough, especially if we can get like a cultural shift going on, and we can discover how to use anti-dragon warfare and take the fight to the Lannisters. Imagine we can overthrow the dragons and, you know, kill all the dragons as the Starks. I feel like that'd be interesting. Alrighty. Yeah, so here is what I would typically do for a situation like this, I think. Alright, cool. So we... Oh my god, that scared me. Alex Winslade has pledged their sword. Welcome, my lord Alex. Alright, so this guy doesn't have any children, which is perfect. So we can add a child, right? Now we can edit said child. The Boltons have a daughter. We're going to give the Starks a son. Let's say he is a brilliant strategist, like Northerners usually are. Let's say he's authoritative and honorable. I don't think honorable is on here, but we can say brave. And let's say just. Alright, he's literally Ned fucking Stark. Alright. Let's add in his other traits. We won't make him like an actual playable character or anything, but the point would be to just build him up in order to get him to do something. Something real basic. So, let's give him some congenital traits that our child will inherit. Let's say he is robust. He's already over 428. But the Bolton girl is 17, so let's make our character 17. Robust is too much, huh? That's interesting. Diplomacy low, huh? We'll keep his intrigue low. Damn, this really sucks. Oh, that's right. I didn't finish adding the rest of his fucking traits, dumbass. Jesus. Sorry, y'all. I'm just kind of dumb today. Don't worry about it. Let's say he's a formidable fighter. Now his prowess is excellent. See? Nothing crazy. And he's still under 400 points, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm not really worried about it. Because this isn't going to be the playable character anyway. Let's make him look like a northerner and find some DNA that we like. I like the long hair. I'm not going to lie. I like the long hair northerners. I think black hair's a better look, in my opinion, for a northerner than the dark brown. But it's not really going to matter anyway because he's going to look like a Stark in the end. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? There you go. See, like, that's Stark hair. That's fine. Finish appearance. And then if we were to age him up just a little bit, let's actually give him some facial hair. Can't be a beardless Stark. Now can he? Thick groomed beard. He's a good looking dude. I love the way this thick groomed beard looks. But I'm thinking maybe a little something else. The full beard is fine. The short stylish beard is typically what Ned Stark has. But I use this which one is it? Where'd it go? What am I thinking of? This one. I use the short, well-kept beard entirely too much. But I think it looks good. So, what can I say? So let's give him like the Byzantine courtier beard and just call it a day, right? So here's our Stark character. Let's name him Barthagan. His name is Barthagan Stark. All right, so here we go. Barthagan Stark. I love that. Was that not his child? What just happened? Oh, he was too old. Dumbass. That was dumb. I made him too fucking old because this guy's only 20. So it doesn't matter. So look, this works out even more perfect. So now we can play as Lord Edrich, right? Where's Barthagan at? Does he even exist? I guess not. Doesn't matter. Now this guy has a Bolton daughter. Let's say we don't want her to have these traits, right? I'm going to go to Advanced Cheat menu, clear all marks, and mark this lady for edit. Let's go to her traits. Personality traits. We're not going to make her lustful. We're not going to make her paranoid. We're going to make her a decent, you know, ideal, like, northern woman. She's going to be a warrior, too, because fuck it, why not? She could be a little callous. If she's going to be rude, that's fine. But she's not going to be rude to us, because we're going to be hopelessly in love, I guess. I guess a stewardship education is fine. It's not really going to do us any good being in the north, but I guess some stewardship is better than none. Let's make her a... Let's make her a logistician. Fuck it, right? She's smart. She's a smart Bolton lady. Health is fine. We can change her physical traits. Let's make her slightly okay looking, right? By Game of Thrones standards. Yeah, perfectly fine. Drop the speed down to 1, press play, and now all her stats should adjust accordingly. Old Gods is Oh, she's a Northman. Oh, she's a Faith of the Seven. Stark-Bolton. Why is she Faith of the Seven? That's interesting. For what reason, I wonder? Who knows? Arrange a marriage between me and the lady. Cool. And now we're wed. Yeah, not bad. Y'all are really blowing up the Discord. Jesus. Yeah, council position. Heir is unmarried. Who's my heir? Oh, my brother Ellard Stark. That's a good looking dude. He's got a top button. That's interesting. Good for you, Ellard. But there we go. So now we have this playthrough, wedding celebration. Let's see if we can't, what's it called? Romance the lady. Right. I guess we want to kind of sort of like our spouse. This all has a point. I promise, lads. I promise. Cool. And now she's pregnant with our first child. Runes of the First Men. Cool. There you go. My son and heir. Now his name is Eric. Oh, well, I guess this doesn't work out in the end anyway, because we got married. So here's damn it. Dumbass. I'm realizing what I did wrong. Don't worry about it. Hold on. The point was we had to romance the lady, get her pregnant, have the child, and the child would be a bastard of houses Stark and Bolton. And then we can switch him up to be like a landless character, you know? Exit the main menu. God damn it. So I did all of that for no reason. Don't worry about it. Be a man, hate your wife. Old boomer joke. Jesus Christ. That right there, that was a statement. That was an absolute statement. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do. So, gotta go back again, lads. Duke, you got beat in a duel by Lime? Come on, dude. Peasant. Oh my god. Lime, be nice. We remain humble in victory and, I guess, graceful in defeat. Yeah, there we go. I'm here to joust and lay maidens. Sir Lime indeed. That's crazy. Good for you, bud. Set into lay maidens. What a fool. What a foolish man. Alright, yeah. So we gotta go back one real quick. Yeah, because I forgot there's 2 bookmarks here in this date. So we have to do the Reign of the Conciliator, just because there is already a young Stark and a young Bolton, both of whom, you know, can romance each other and have a bastard child. And then from that point, like, we, or our character, would have, excuse me, you know, our bastard child. And there's even like a faster way to do it. I'm pretty sure. I gotta cheat mode it. So instead of actually like waiting around for a child to be born, there are like certain cheat menus items that we can utilize to make it happen. Which of these old men do you mean for me to fight, Sir Braxton Stinger Beesbury, before being slain by King Jaehaerys I? Such a badass thing to do, bro. The Beesburys. Who knew, you know? Alright, so back up here in the north, we have this lady, Celeste Bolton, and we have the young Lord Edric of the North. He's also a craven. He's a sadistic craven. That's kind of sad. And she's a sadistic... Oh, that's him. She is a rude, gluttonous, brave person. That is interesting. We're going to have to change these stats around just a tad bit. Yeah. Alright, so we play as Lord Edric Stark. Edric Stark, I suppose. We can change his stats, like our character stats. Yeah, this is you. It'd be as easy as doing it with the Lady Celessa. So mark for edit. Whoops. Clear marks. Mark for edit. Traits. Let's get rid of every single one of his traits, because I don't like these. He is no longer a craven. He's no longer sadistic. And he's no longer shy. He is, in fact, brave. He is authoritative. And he is just. He's an aggressive attacker. He's a brilliant strategist. Formidable fighter is fine. The rest of these stats are fine. Do we want to give him a congenital trait? Green seer trait. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think it was this one. Hold on. Maybe it's fame? Yeah, green sight. Edric has prophetic green dreams, allowing him glimpses into the future, whether for good or for ill. That's interesting. Okay, but for why? Like, what would be the lore reason? Darklands are my top 10. Same. Me too, Clay. Ah, shit. I declare bankruptcy. It's seduce, by the way, not romance. Yeah, I know. I know. I said what I said. Sorry that the camera keeps moving. My chat window is like on the other screen, and it goes off of this square screen right here onto this my second monitor, and so it just keeps dragging the camera along with it. Sorry. So we'll hold off on green sight for now. Let me scroll all the way back down. Oh, no warg trait. Ah, so you want this guy basically to be a warg. That actually would be interesting. Make your name light pink in the Discord. That'd be interesting. Knight, add the knight trait. That's fine. Because we're not going to play as Edric. This is just a setup. But look at that. Here we go. So customized form of address. He is now known as Lord Commander. Lord Commander Edric of the North. Very nice. Love it. Anyway. Go back to traits. What did we say? Fame trait. He is now a knight. Excellent. So now Edric is a knight. And now we can go to the Lady Celessa. Clear all marks. Mark for edit. Go to her traits. We're also going to change up her entire personality. The whole damn thing. Get rid of rude. Get rid of gluttonous. I think she had temperate before, didn't she? I love how it's just randomly re-rolling her traits now, too. So, let's give her temperate. I'm okay with that. We can give her callous. I think it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But let's also give her stubborn. She's got a pretty big personality. All right. Her education even changed. Because now she's a learned person instead of being steward. Here we go. Fortune builder. Yeah, we were going to give her a physical trait, right? We said she was kind of okay looking. Works. It works. Clear all marks. Right? We're going to press play. There we go. She is now a fearless villain. The only part of her that makes her a villain is being callous. I think that's kind of goofy, in my opinion. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Alright, so the Lady Celeste Bolton. Let us... Oh, that's right. Hold on. So with the advanced cheat menu mod, we can also activate and deactivate debug mode. It doesn't really freeze up like this. This is kind of a new development. This happened earlier today too. So CD what? Duke is gatekeeping knights. Northerners can't be knights. Tell that to Sir Roderick, the Master at Arms at Winterfell. Remember that. Remember that. Tell that to all of these guys down here. Remember that. Remember that people can be knighted by another knight. They don't have to be like consecrated into knighthood. Like, you know, the culture and everything like that, you know? It's not that serious, bud. But yeah, so we're going to activate debug mode. And we can like set the relationship. So let's say she is our secret lover. Set relationship. And now we can start a pregnancy with this lady. Prepare the storks. I don't know. Let's say we want twins. Y'all want to do a twins playthrough? There'll be twins sent out into exile in the north. I feel like we kind of already did that with Roderick, Dustin, and what's his name? What's it called? Like the... Yes, twins. Okay. Alright, so a duo then. I'm actually, before we do this, I'm actually going to mark her for edit again. I'm going to add one additional trait to make sure she doesn't get married off. And that is refusing marriage. So now she can't be wed to somebody else, because what would happen is, even if we got her pregnant first and then she marries somebody, if my child is born while she's married, they become part of his dynasty. Because, you know, I guess mathematics and science doesn't work. So I'm going to press play. She's refusing marriage. Okay. I'm being made Marshal of the Iron Throne. I accept. Okay. Marriage proposal. That's interesting. I'm also not married. But now Celeste Bolton is pregnant with our child, presumably. Oh. I guess not. What is happening right now? I don't know what is happening. Alright, well, I guess that didn't work out. So let's do an old-fashioned pregnancy. See if that works. Lord Roderick's friendship. Cool, we're friends. Indiscretions, there you go. As Celeste's belly grows, there can be no doubt she is with child. She has said nothing, but this could this be the result of our recent dalliance? We're gonna ask her. Of course it's yours, Edrich. Secret stays hidden. I don't remember which dialogue option I'm supposed to choose here. Because there's a certain dialogue option we have to choose. I don't think it's the secret one. A counselor died. There we go. There we go. Okay, so she becomes a bastard of House Bolton. But even if I were to say that she's mine, there we go. Now she becomes a bastard of House Stark. So she could be, I mean, it's either way. Like, she's got, you know, Bolton and Stark blood in her. You know what I'm saying? So, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Pretty interesting, guys. Yeah, Jillian Snow. Now, either way, yeah. This almost just ensures that she is of both Bolton and Stark blood, right? There is a way that we can just spawn a bastard of House Stark or a bastard of House Bolton and then go about our business, you know? But doing it this way almost like entirely ensures that our character has the right dynasty that we're looking for, you know? And see, look at that. He doesn't even, like, despite claiming her publicly, he doesn't invite her to stay with him at court, you know? Like, you may be my daughter, but you're gonna live over here in the Dreadfort with your mom. I think that's kind of shitty. The twins didn't work out, Duke. Watch. Let's load up the save game we did. See if that works out for us. Yeehaw. There we go. But yeah, so trying to do twins didn't work out in our favor. For whatever reason. Nice. There we go. Now we have a boy. So we have Harkin Stark. Harkin Stark. I love that. What's your name, boy? Harkin Stark. No, his name is Eric. Ah, no. But I claimed him. So now... Oh, no, he's a bastard of House Stark. Okay, cool. So his name is still Eric Snow. That's fine. Cool. See, so regardless of what dialogue option we choose, he's still going to be born a bastard. He's born out of wedlock. It just kind of depends what dynasty he takes after. You know, if he's unclaimed, he goes by the mom's dynasty. He'll be a bastard of House Bolton. Whereas if he is claimed by the father, he goes by his father's house, which is House Stark. So, that's interesting. Now, obviously... I don't want to wait around 8 years to start a playthrough, or even 18 years to start a playthrough as this bastard. So, who knows? Maybe we want to start as like a young teenager who got knighted early on. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can piss off Duke. So what I want to do now... We're in debug mode already. So what we can do is add age. We were just born, so let's say he's 15. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I forget I'm not playing as a child. I'm playing as this guy. So now he's not now he's not 21. He's 36. Yeah, but anyway. So what I meant to do was add age 15 to this ID right here. This is the character's ID. So 50701. Then press enter. I guess not. It lied to me. 50701. Is that not what I did? Oh, my caps lock is not on. Or my numbers lock. Jesus. 50701. Jesus, for fuck's sake. There we go. Now he's a boy. Now he's a man grown. All right. But now he's landed. So what do? We don't want him to be a landed character. We want him to be a landless adventurer going off to make his name and blah blah blah. Right. Before we do that, let's also add years here. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's add 15 years to 30706. There we go. Now our mom's 33, and we can be historically 15 without making it weird. You know, being 15 born to an 18-year-old, that doesn't make sense. So now we made the years make sense. We just aged up 3 characters in the lore. No big deal. But now we have Lord Eric Snow of the North. Now, he obviously doesn't have any traits because he didn't fucking grow up. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear all marks. We're going to mark this character for edit. And then we can fuck around with his traits a little bit more. Let's not make him too crazy overpowered. But his mom is comely and his dad is robust. So let's make him... I guess we can split the difference and make him hale. And then make him strong. Unless we want to absolutely blast his stats again. You know? And say that homie is in fact robust and he is comely and he is strong. You know, because fuck it, right? Northern playthrough. The flayed wolf. Personality. Let's say he's wrathful, authoritative, brave. I mean, he's wrathful, so I don't want to put just there, but we can say he's like stubborn, because fuck it, right? So he's stubborn. Let's make him a knight. Let's also... yeah, formidable fighter, because fuck it. That's not the one I was thinking of, though. It's these ones. Yeah, let's disinherit him. So he's a bastard, he's disinherited, not allowed to claim any titles, this and that, blah, 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 right? So now he's got his stats. Let's press play. And his stats, they kind of suck. He didn't grow up to do anything. Yeah, his stats suck. That's awful. Well, we'll probably find a different way to do this. But anyway, now we want to make him a landed adventurer. Yeah, Eric Stark will establish an adventurer's camp. So now a new adventurer sets out. The formidable Paul. That's not the name we're going to go for, like, at all. And then we can switch characters to a landless ruler. The 15-year-old Eric. There you go. Now we're a landless adventurer, and we have no heir. Boom. Yeah, but he's got 1-year-old stats, so he doesn't have anything going on here. Yeah, but that's how it would be done. What if a Stark and a Bolton were swapped at birth? That's awful. Anyway, that's one way to do it. I think that's pretty interesting. I am actually going to take a break, guys. I honestly was not even planning on doing this, but y'all have a lot of really good input and a lot of really good ideas. So we can definitely do some more, you know, builds and everything like that. And work on it together for sure. I'm probably going to start off either this week or next week, most likely next week, with the Blackthorn series, just because that one is already set up. Already did my research, already have some scripting done. We're going to get up everything set up and then be able to put up some, or upload some videos for you guys going forward. The Black Rose is going to be very, very fun. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. But yeah. That's it for now, lads. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And I'm sorry for kind of a shorter live stream. I know we're literally talking to, like, you know, typical 4-ish hours. Oh, yeah, the Harrenhal series. We can definitely do a Harrenhal series. Again, like, use the Discord link and give us all of your ideas. House Darkland titled The Defiance of Duskendale. Yeah, that would be a fun one. Redo the Defiance of Duskendale. Yeah, that'd be cool. See if we can do it right this time. Ooh, interesting. The Darklands take everything over. But anyway, I will see you guys in future videos and in future live streams. But that is it.